Today, from Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, California, it's Week 4 of the NFL on EA Sports.
The onset of fall weather, certainly a welcome occurrence for folks in Silicon Valley, and we've got football on a gorgeous day here in Santa Clara as we are situated at Levi's Stadium. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Seattle Seahawks and the San Francisco 49ers. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. He finds his man, complete. It's McKenzie. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. 2nd down and 3. The numbers on the ground for Carson last week: 17 carries, 82 yards, and a touchdown.
They've won 2 straight games, and they've done it with the running game as the focal point of their offense. So in this contest, I don't think about doing anything else. I continue to ride the hot hand that I've established and lead with the runners.
Now Wilson on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Well, this rivalry, Charles, the Seahawks and Niners, really one of the best in the NFL. So many great games in the last decade or so between these two. Where does this one rank for you in terms of best rivalries of, let's say, the 21st century?
I'm so glad you phrased it that way because we look back on some of the best rivalries in the NFL. We're talking about traditional rivalries like Bears-Packers. But here in the 21st century, it's hard to beat Seahawks and Niners because when they get together, you're often playing for division titles, positioning in the playoffs, and chasing the Super Bowl. Similar to Ravens and Steelers, 2 of the best rivalries in the NFL.
2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Draw play. This is Carson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
This is Carson. Now Carson fumbles the football, and now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Raheem Mostert. Pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Here's Mostert, toss left side. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. And they fake the handoff. Now Lance. Forced out to his left. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the 1st down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
They'll try it now with Mostert. And he's got the 1st down as he's up to the 45-yard line. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. At first glance, I actually wasn't sure that he got it, but he ended up getting it by about a full yard.
He certainly did, but it took a little effort, didn't it? Took some nice push, a little crease inside, and some determined running to make sure that he got the 1st down.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he'll go out of bounds, making it all the way down to the 5. First and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Now Lance. Escaping the pressure right. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run the football. And if you're going to throw it, something quick, get it out of your hands in a hurry. One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
That'll be caught by Ayuk. Touchdown, 49ers. Brandon Ayuk, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Niners have taken the early lead. Walking into the stadium, we saw a ton of people donning the jerseys of this rookie quarterback, so you know they love that opening drive, and he throws a touchdown pass.
He gave a little bit of confirmation about what they had hoped, right? Because they thought they had a quarterback. They're thinking they have a quarterback. You do this, they believe they've got a quarterback. Look up, elbowing each other up in the stands. That's our guy.
From his end zone, Isaiah McKenzie. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked out officially at the 21. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Well, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. Hands it off out of the gun. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half, as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down. There's Wilson to throw. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. Here's Michael Dixon now to punt. Returnable here for Callaway. Well, that'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Steps away. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 26 big yards on that one. It's another first down.
And that's a nice throw right there. And I'll tell you what I've seen in recent times, and actually watched a presentation in the offseason from a college offensive coordinator that showed about 10 different drills that he runs with his quarterbacks.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Rich first touchdown on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
The extra point by Sly is up and good, and it's now 14-0. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it's polished off by a touchdown for San Francisco. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. The Seahawks again now ready to take over on offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Throwing is Wilson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. On 2nd and 10, Wilson, throw left side complete. That's Carson. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. On 3rd down, Wilson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Carson. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Nick Bosa, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force an incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
And this one is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. On the return is Callaway. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Play action, now it's Lance. Sliding out of the pocket. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Another big play as they get 28 out of that one. So in the 2nd quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So you got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now a play fake. Lance. And he will find his man, Samuel. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 23 yards yards on the play. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now.
That'll be caught by Ayuk. Touchdown, 49ers. Brandon Ayuk with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man in concert.
Extra point by Sly is up and good, and it's now 21-0. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Isaiah McKenzie now on the return. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson. He finds his man complete. That's McKenzie. And he's finally out of bounds, but he's taken it all the way down to the 8.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Now Wilson. He'll check that down to Carson. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Carson. And this is not going to do it as he's stopped at the 2-yard line. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Another shot here from the 2 as they come up on 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And this time he is in. Yes. Chris Carson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. Out to his left. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. What a first half this has been offensively. I mean, defensively, what do you do when you're getting torched like this?
No, these receivers are absolutely wearing them out. So 2 thoughts come to mind. 1, get some oxygen. You fill up your lungs a little bit. And number 2, talk to your guys up front. You need a pass rush to help slow them down.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Two big plays right in succession as this one goes for 27.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. That is caught by the tight end Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, as the first half is winding down. And the 49ers will extend their lead here just before halftime.
So whatever happened to rookie quarterbacks taking time to adjust to life in the NFL? Because this guy looks like he's been doing it for about, 7 years? 4 touchdown passes? That's not something rookies are supposed to be doing with the ease in which he's doing it.
Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense, as they take over here with 11 seconds remaining. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll go option to the short side. And they're going to be waiting for him as they get him behind the line. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. Well, the white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. So here are the Niners to take over on offense. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. Third quarter starts with a run from Mostert, and he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, the so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that 1 or 2 guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible, so I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope, and it's hard to stop the fall. So I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And Mostert with a first down carry, nice carry, gets his way forward for a pickup of about 6 yards.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. First down and a little extra from Mostert. And finally taken down at the 15. 48 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open, that's a good start for him.
Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll get this into the hands of Mostert. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. And he's got it. Touchdown. George Kittle, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the 49ers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Brandon, remind me again, this is a rookie quarterback we're seeing?
A rookie indeed.
I mean, because my eyes are telling me something I'm having trouble believing. 5 touchdown passes. He's thrown 5 in this game. Are you kidding me?
Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. From his end zone, Isaiah McKenzie. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Here comes the Seahawks offensive unit. They'll have it first to begin the 3rd. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
You think he might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. Throw left side complete. That's Carson. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This is fielded inside the 5. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn it into a play action, and throw one deep.
On play action, Lance. Taking a shot for Samuel. And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
On 2nd down, Mostert. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Once again, it's Mostert. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late game situation, maybe even 4th and inches. But, boy, that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, now they're set up in prime position going the other way.
50 seconds to mine. 50 seconds.
On first down, Wilson. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into a bigger point. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Wilson. And that is incomplete. 4th down now as San Fran's defense is strong in coverage. Myers' kick is good. And that drops a deficit from 28 to 25. Kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
The 49ers offense making its way back out there. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Lance going to try and throw on 3rd down here. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56.
And they'll go for it. Lance. Dancing to his left. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
Not sure I agree with the decision to go for it, but I definitely agree with his decision to run it. He picked up that big 1st down. I think he let his head coach off the hook.
That's what I was just going to say. If there's anybody more happy than the quarterback picking it up, it's the coach that saw him pick it up. On 1st down, here's Love. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Tackled by Darrell Taylor. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Off of play action, here's Lance. They'll find Ayuk open right side. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 36 yards on the play. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles. It certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
Being chased out left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Lance. This one caught by Kittle. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. That'll put him over 150 yards receiving now. Quite a ball game and a 1st down. Again, it's Lance. Eluding the pressure right. And it's complete. In the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers. Bryce Love His second touchdown on the season. And the Niners are going to be moving to 4-0 as they extend their lead. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the fourth quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like fourth quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
The extra point by Sly is up and good, and that will extend this big lead. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And we will get another look at Seattle's offense. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw is Wilson. He finds his man, complete. That's McKenzie. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
On 3rd and 1, Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
I'm going back to you. Hey, check Mike 57.
Wilson. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. He finds his man, complete. That's McKenzie. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Now it's Wilson. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
That's going to go down as a loss of 9 on the first down play. Throwing on 2nd and long. Wilson, short throw to Disley. And oh, he coughed it up. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive. And they string that play out nicely. He stopped before he can turn upfield. No gain, 2nd down. You don't see that a ton, do you? The cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball is moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
The offense on third down tonight, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. And Lance now to throw. Taking a shot for Samuel. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
They'll run the toss to Mostert. And he'll go out of bounds, it appears, right at the 45. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first. Thought they might throw the football with a little chunk that they had remaining on 4th down, but they ran it, they got it.
And the reason they were able to get it done, he ran that play with conviction.
Now Lance unable to escape, and down he goes. Carlos Dunlap, the Florida Gator, chopping his way to the quarterback.
Before making a move to Seattle, Carlos Dunlap was the Bengals' all-time sack leader. Ended up having 5 with the Seahawks in 8 games in 2020 as well.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Now he's flushed out left. And I think the ball's out. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. Looking at it from the defense's perspective, they could have really used the football to try to start eating into this deficit.
Yeah, because now possession's so crucial at this stage of the game. And when you've got an opportunity to hop on a turnover and you don't get it, now you can feel the frustration all the way up here.
And the offense, they're living right now. Another bounce and break that goes their way.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. The first throw here for the backup Garoppolo. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that, saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you won't hear a people protest out of them. That's just who they are.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. That's complete into the hands of Carson. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf. 3rd down here.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Here's Wilson. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. Now returning it, Antonio Callaway. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. And it would seem as if their 3-game winning streak is about to go to 4, but still a little work to do as they start 1st and 10. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. To throw, it's Lance. This will be caught. It's Samuel. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Faking the give to Mostert. Now Lance. That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
Now Joey Sly for the point after. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And the end result for the 49ers, a touchdown. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles. You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game, because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Watch the pass. 57. Mike, 57.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. Catch is made by Metcalf. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Flush to his right, to the right side, incomplete to Metcalf. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
We can't have that.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So the illegal forward pass also cost them a down, and now it's 2nd and long. Now Wilson. One last shot at the end zone. A high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
I remember Coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. One last shot for Wilson. And this is dropped in incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone as time has run out on this ball game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Niners, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home against the Los Angeles Rams. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank